Okay, good evening, Santiago and Kiara.
Good evening, teacher.
Good night, teacher.
Okay, hello.
Good evening, teacher. Good
Okay,
evening,
good
everyone.
evening. Okay, good evening, Ingrid. Okay, so it's 7:04. We're going to start right now. This session it has been already recorded. So let's start. Ingrid, what did you do today?
Okay, today I share my afternoon, all the afternoon, with my sister and her daughter.
Her daughter, your
Mhm.
niece. She's your
My
niece.
niece, yes.
Okay.
Here in Ibagué, we are in Fiestas del Folclore,
Okay.
and in the mall, you can find many activities around the folklore.
Where did you go, Ingrid?
Today, we went to the La Estación,
Okay.
and we see, I think that I
So
will. So we saw
in the past,
we
yes.
saw some reviews of dancing, muestras artísticas.
Okay, shows.
Yeah,
Dance,
yeah, some
dancing
shows,
shows.
some shows of folklore
Yes.
shows. Yes, and that's all.
Okay, for Kiara, Santiago, and Gabriel, La Estación is a shopping mall here in Ibagué. It's a shopping mall. And as Ingrid was saying, here we are celebrating the folklore parties, the traditional folklore parties here in Ibagué. I suppose you know that we here celebrate San Juan and San Pedro, no? San Juan and San Pedro. Last week was San Juan, and this weekend we are going to celebrate San Pedro. Okay, Ingrid, but your sister is from here?
Yes, she live here, and my niece also live here.
How old is your niece? How old is your niece?
She's 25 years old.
Okay.
She's not
I
a
was
little girl.
thinking that she was
No.
a child, but no, she is
No, she's a woman.
okay. And what does your sister do, Ingrid?
My sister?
Yes, your sister. What does she do?
She's a fashion designer.
Designer. Okay.
Yes.
Does she have her own company or does she work for a company?
She has her own company.
Okay, good. Okay, what about you, Kiara? What did you do today?
Today I have been in my home, so I have been doing a little bit of a lot of activities, if I could say that. I was watching a series, and no, it was not a series specifically. It was a movie, and I was doing things here.
Okay. When you say I have been in my home, you can say I have been at home. Okay,
At
at
home.
home. Yeah,
What's
at
it?
home.
What's the difference? I cannot understand. It's still about those
Okay, that's
different.
not a big difference. That's not a big difference. It's just the usual way the native speakers say. They don't say in my home. They say at home. No more.
Okay, so it's a rule.
Okay. Yes, it's because you can say in my home and that's correct, and everybody is going to understand you. But it's more traditional. It's more used in the real language to say at home. Okay. For
Okay.
example, you can say I stayed home, no more. You don't say I stayed at home or I stayed in my home. No, you can say I stayed home, no more. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. What movie did you watch?
I was watching Alice in the Wonderland. It was in Disney.
Was it good?
Yes,
Did you like it?
I liked that movie. And I had seen that movie even when I was a child, so I still like that movie.
Okay. How many times have you watched that movie?
How many years I had when I seen that
No, how
movie?
many times have you watched that movie?
Okay. If I say a lot times, I I lost the count. I liked that movie. So,
Okay, so that's one of your favorite movies, I suppose.
yes, yes, it
Okay,
is.
okay, good, Kiara. Santiago, what did you do today? How was your day?
Today I was in home, I was studying, and in the afternoon I got out with my friends, and right now I am studying.
Okay, where did you go with your friends?
Mm, no specific place, simply we got out.
Okay, when you in English we use an expression is hang out. When you are walking with a friend, for example, in a shopping mall or walking on the streets, you can say hang out. Okay, it's very used in English to say I was hanging out with my friends. So that means I was spending my time with my friends, walking, chatting, speaking. That's okay. And Gabriel, how was your day? What did you do today, Gabriel?
Hi, teacher. Today I went to Sumapaz with my parents, and I saw trees.
Okay, Sumapaz is near Bogota.
Yes, it's very near to Usme.
Okay,
Mm,
near Usme. You don't say near
yeah.
to, no, near Usme.
Okay, near Usme.
Okay, how did you travel? How did you go to Sumapaz? By car, by bus?
By bus. Yes. I take it a sip, and in the Usme town. I take it a car, and uh, um, and yes, that's
Remember that you are talking in past. So you took, yeah? You took a car, you took a bus in past because you have already done that. So you have to use past, simple past. You took a car, you took a bus to go to Uzmi. Okay?
okay. I took the car.
Okay. And what time did you come back home?
Maybe 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock. Okay. Okay, guys. Okay, we are going to listen to an audio. And last lesson, we were talking about the breakfast. We're talking about the breakfast, the traditional breakfast, your favorite breakfast, the breakfast you usually find in a restaurant, in a hotel. We are going to listen to a brief audio, a short audio about food, and you're going to pay attention, and then you're going to try to tell me what did you understand from that audio. We are going to listen to the audio twice. You know what does it mean twice? What does twice mean?
Dos veces.
Okay, yes. In English, let me share my screen
Two
in order to.
times.
Yes. Yes, but in English, in real English, we don't say two times, we say twice. Remember, for example, when we're going to say one time, you can say that, and people are going to understand you, but it's better to use or to say once. Instead of saying one time, you say once. Instead of saying two times, you say twice. And after two, you the traditional way, 3 times, 4 times, 10 times, okay? But 1 and 2 is different, no? You remember, you can say one time, and that's correct, but it's better to use once or twice. What is the difference? This is, for example, I can say this is an A1 level, but this is a B1 level, okay? This is more advanced, it's a language, more advanced language. So remember to say that. And for example, when you're going to say the number of times you do something in a week, you say, for example, 3 times a week, 4 times a month, 10 times a year, okay? We don't say, like in Spanish, 3 times in a week. No, we don't say in. In, that's not correct. We say 3 times a week. We don't say 4 times in a month. No, we say 4 times a month. We don't say 10 times in a year. No, we say 3 times a year. For example, I'm going to say, I normally go to the dentist 3 times a year. Okay, 3 times a year. I normally go to the dentist 3 times a year. That's the correct one, okay? And we're going to say the frequency, you say a year, a month, a year, okay? Okay, I'm going to stop sharing, and I'm going to share an audio. We are going to listen to an audio twice. Wait a minute that I don't. Okay. Oh my God, but where is it? This one, where is it? This one, this one. Okay, this one. Gosh, what's happening here? Where is it? Oh no, it doesn't work. Here it is, but Where is he? This one, this one. Are you listening to the audio?
No,
No
teacher.
yet.
No, not yet.
No.
Okay, open here. Okay, right now.
listenaminute.com.
Are you listening to the audio?
Yes.
Okay,
Food.
go ahead.
Isn't food one of life's greatest pleasures? Do you know anyone who doesn't like food? I don't. There is so much delicious food in the world. You could spend a whole lifetime eating a different dish every day. What's the tastiest food in the world? This is a very difficult question to answer. My taste in food keeps changing. Sometimes my favorite is a dessert, but then I change my mind and go for a spicy curry. It's great that countries have so many different dishes. Do you think your national dish is best? Nowadays we have to be careful about what we eat. Fast food is not good for us. We need to focus more on healthy food. Maybe we have to be more careful in the future. Make sure the food you eat is good for you.
Okay. Ingrid, what did you understand?
He is talking about food around the world. I think he is talking about testing dishes, testing food around the world. He talked about also about the fast food. He says fast food is not good for health. Is not good. Is a kind of food unhealthy. And I think Elda. How do you say dar?
Give?
He gave one advice, and he said that is important to be careful with the choices we make about food.
Okay, good. Samuel, what did you understand? Something different from Ingrid. If you understood something different from Ingrid, can you say that? Santiago, sorry, Santiago.
Yeah. I understand that he's talking about food, and he said that there are many dishes in the world, and he said that in the future we must to focus in the healthy food and not in the unhealthy food, and we have to make good elections with the food.
Okay, so he's talking about food. That's the general idea. That's the topic of the audio, no? Food. And he said that there are many dishes around the world, no? Many traditional or many dishes or many tastes. For instance, when I say taste, it's different from test, no? It's a different word, Ingrid. Taste and test, no? I don't know if you want to say test. Test is like try. And taste
it's about the flavor, something like that.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Taste is related to to the flavor if one dish or one food is delicious, no? For example, we can say tasty. Something is tasty. Something has a good flavor. Something is delicious. Okay, and of course, he is talking about the fast food and the importance of our choices, as Ingrid said, about the food we eat. Okay, we're going to listen to the audio for the second time, and then we're going to do an exercise. We're going to try to remember the order of the sentences, okay? That's why we're going to listen to the audio again. Let's do it.
Listenaminute.com. Food. Isn't food one of life's greatest pleasures? Do you know anyone who doesn't like food? I don't. There is so much delicious food in the world. You could spend a whole lifetime eating a different dish every day. What's the tastiest food in the world? This is a very difficult question to answer. My taste in food keeps changing. Sometimes my favorite is a dessert, but then I change my mind and go for a spicy curry. It's great that countries have so many different dishes. Do you think your national dish is best? Nowadays we have to be careful about what we eat. Fast food is not good for us. We need to focus more on healthy food. Maybe we have to be more careful in the future. Make sure the food you eat is good for you.
Okay, now the exercise is, as you can see here, we have here three sentences, and you are going to tell me what is the first sentence of the audio, of the listen. A, B, or C?
A.
A. Isn't food one of life's greatest? Okay, so look at this. Below, we are going to rewrite the script, the audio, okay? So this is the first sentence of the audio. Isn't food one of life's greatest? What's next? Greatest pleasures, greatest tastiest food in the world, or greatest in the future? What do you think? What could be the next sentence? A, B, or C?
A.
Isn't food one of life's greatest pleasures? Okay, that's right. When I say life's greatest pleasure, is the greatest pleasure of life, no? Do you know, okay, we are going to continue here. Do you know what? Do you know different dishes? Do you know anyone who doesn't like? Or do you know tastiest food in the world? What do you think? What's next?
B.
B. Do you know anyone who doesn't like what? Do you know anyone who doesn't like food, different dishes, or my favorite is a dessert? A, B, or C?
A.
B?
A.
A. Okay. Do you know anyone who doesn't like food? Look at this question. Do you know anyone who doesn't like food? Kiara, do you know anyone who doesn't like food?
Probably me when I was a child.
Okay, maybe there are many children who don't like food or who don't want to eat food, no? When I say food, it's especially salty food, no? There are many children who don't want or who don't like salty food, but they like candies, so they like food too. Okay, do you know anyone who doesn't like food? I don't. There is so much what? A, B, or C?
B.
there is so much delicious food in the world, in the I change my mind and go, or in the eat. Fast food is not good. A, B, or C?
A.
A, okay. There is so much delicious food in the world. When we say in the world, there are other expressions like around the world is the same. In the world, around the world. And here in this word is very important to pronounce the L, no? Because word and world, no, is different. There are two similar words, but if you don't pronounce the L, you say word, no? Word. And this one is world. You have to pronounce the L. Okay, let's continue. You could remember that this verb is the past of can, no? You could in past. You could, and you pronounce C-U only 3 letters. C-U-D. You could spend a whole, every difficult question, a whole lifetime in a different, or the whole, spend a whole dish every day. What do you say? A, B, or C? B, a whole lifetime. Do you have, or do you know a similar word for whole, a synonym?
All.
All, okay, or complete. All or complete. You could spend a complete lifetime, on all lifetime, eating a different what?
B.
B, a different dish every day. You could spend a whole lifetime eating a different dish. Remember that you can say dish like a plate, but it's not the plate like this. Is the dish is the food you order, no? The dishes. Every day. What's the tasted food in the world? Nowadays we have to be, or in the future. What's the A, B, or C?
C.
C. What's the tastiest food in the world? And when we say the tastiest, we are saying the most delicious, no? What's the tastiest food in the world? Or what's the most delicious food in the world? Nowadays, people are trying to do some kind of ranking of food, no, around the world. And they say, okay, the tastiest or the most delicious food in the world is, I'm going to give an example, lechona. That's the tastiest food in the world. Or the tastiest or the most delicious food in the world is the Mexican one, no? But it depends, no? It depends on what you like. Because, for example, I like Mexican food, but I don't like spicy food, okay? So I'm not going, I have to choose between 2 or 3 dishes. One is from Mexico, and one is from India, and one is from France, and I'm going to choose the Mexican one because I like Mexican, but another person is going to choose other dish because his likes or her likes are different, no? What's the tastiest food in the world? This is my favorite. This is different dishes, or this is a very difficult question. A, B, or C? C. This is a very difficult question too. To what? To eat, to answer, or to food?
A.
A. There are some keys when you are trying to do an exercise like this. For example, here the key is to, no? The preposition to. When we find the preposition to, we know that the next word is a verb, no? most of the time, no? Most of the times, after the to, the preposition to, we are going to find a verb, okay? This is a very difficult question to answer. My taste, my like in food, it means my taste or my like in food. And here, that was the difference I was trying to explain to Ingrid. I don't know what did she want to say when she taught, if she want to say test or taste, no? That is different, no? It's different, taste or test. My taste in food, A, B, or C? What do you say? C. Okay, wait a minute. I got to clean up. C. My taste in food keeps changing. So the man who is talking here says that, for instance, today, my taste, my favorite dish could be Mexican, but tomorrow my favorite dish could be French, no? So that's why he says that my taste in food keeps changing. Sometimes what? A, B, or C?
B.
B. Sometimes my favorite is a dessert, okay? What is a dessert? You know? For instance, Kiara, what is your favorite dessert?
I don't have any dessert, any favorite dessert in special. Probably it could be chocolate, or I don't know if it's
Okay. Gabriel, do you usually take a dessert after lunch, after dinner?
Yes, maybe a chocolate.
Okay, a chocolate. Okay.
Yes.
Nowadays, or when we go to a restaurant, we can find different dishes, no? The first one that you eat before the main dish, and after that, the dessert, no? And we can find a lot of options in the restaurants. And it's, I don't know, but here in Colombia, some time ago, it was not very traditional to eat that kind of desserts, but now we are acquiring, we are having that custom, no? To eat a dessert after dinner. Okay, let's continue. Sometimes my favorite is a dessert, but then for a spicy curry, I change my mind and go, your national dish is best. Or is the correct one? A, B, or C?
B.
B, I change my mind. Santiago, could you tell me another expression with the same meaning of I change my mind?
No, I don't know.
No? Anyone knows? Anyone can tell me or can tell us another expression, another way to say the same as I change my mind?
Maybe I change my decision.
Okay, or I change my opinion, no? I change my mind or I change my opinion. Or it means that I change my way or my thinking, no? Or my thoughts. I change my thoughts. I change my mind, it means I change my opinion, no? You can make someone change your mind, okay? You can make someone change his or her opinion. But that's a typical expression in the United States and in English, no? I change my mind. I change my mind. Cambié de parecer, cambié de opinión, no? Cambié de forma de pensar. I change my mind. And go for spicy curry, it's great for us, or have to be more careful? A, B, or C? I change my mind and go, what?
A.
A, for spicy curry, no? Curry is a dish, no? It's a traditional dish. I don't know, maybe from India. I suppose that's a traditional dish from that country, no? India, curry. Anyone has tasted the curry? Anyone has eaten the curry? Gabriel, Ingrid, Chiara, anyone has eaten
Maybe
curry? No?
Yes, with some beans. That's delicious.
Okay, Gabriel says that the curry with some beans is delicious. I don't know, I don't remember. I don't remember that I have eaten curry. I suppose I don't have it. Okay, it's great. It's great what? It's great in the future. It's great food you eat, or it's great that countries have. Or what's the next sentence?
C.
C?
Yes.
You say C?
C.
Okay, it's great that countries have so many, have so many food, have so many different dishes, or have so many nowadays. A, B, or C?
B.
B. So it's great that countries have so many dishes or so many different dishes, no? Each country have its traditional, its typical dishes, no? For example, or for instance, you go to Mexico and there you're going to find some typical or some traditional dishes there. But you go to Argentina and there you're going to find other type of traditional food. And if you go to Europe or a country from Europe, you are going to find different dishes. Maybe they have some similarities with some dishes from here, but the way they prepare it or the way they cook it is different, okay? But sometimes there are some traditional dishes in a country in Europe which is similar or which has some similarities with the ones we have here. Okay, it's great that the countries have so many different dishes. Do you think in the future, do you think careful about, or do you think their national dish is best? A, B, or C?
C.
C. Do you think your national dish is best? When we say best, it means the best, no? The best of all. Sometimes we, as Colombian people, think that our traditional dish is the best of all, but Portuguese people think the same. No? Their traditional dish is the best. Okay, let's continue. A, B, or C? Nowadays, food or for us? A, B, or C, guys? What's next? B. Nowadays, we have to be, how we have to be? Very, what? Very careful for us, or have to be more very careful?
A.
A. We have to be very careful about. We have to be careful about what? A, B, or C?
B.
B. So this is the advice. I don't know if it was Ingrid or Gabriel or Santiago who said that the man who was talking was trying to give us an advice, and that's the advice. We have to be careful about what we eat. No? When we are at home, we know what we prepare, what we cook. But when we go to a restaurant, when we go out to eat, we don't know what we are eating. No? We don't know how they prepare the food. So that's the advice he's giving to us. We have to be very careful about what we eat. Fast food. When we say fast food, it's the same as junk food. Now, fast food is not good. A, B, or C?
B.
B. It's not good for us. We need to focus food, to focus half, or to focus more on healthy food. A, B, or C?
C.
C. Okay, we need to focus more on healthy food. And here, when in English, we always say focus on, okay? Focus on. In this expression, we say focus more on, okay? But always, sometimes we don't use this more, okay? In this sentence, we are using more. But if we are not using more, we always use focus on, no? When we say focus on, it means that we have to be concentrated, no? We have to be concentrated on something. So when I say, for example, I focus on TV, no? I focus on TV. I am concentrated on TV, no? I focus on. We always have to say focus on. It is an example like listen to. We always have to say listen to. All the time. When we use the verb listen, we have to use to. Listen to the audio, listen to the song, listen to the video, no? Listen to the teacher. We always have to say listen to. So in this case, focus on. All the time, we have to use focus on. Okay, let's continue. We are going to finish. Fast food is not good for us. We need to focus on more on healthy food. Maybe we
A.
Yes, A. We have to be more careful. Okay, and we are going to finish. We have to be more careful in the future. Food you eat is good for you. A or B?
A.
A. Okay, that's all. So here we have the script of the audio. And I'm going to play the video again, the audio again. I'm going to play the audio again. And you're going to listen and you're going to try to follow the script, okay? Wait a minute.
listenaminute.com. Food. Isn't food one of life's greatest pleasures? Do you know anyone who doesn't like food? I don't. There is so much delicious food in the world. You could spend a whole lifetime eating a different dish every day. What's the tastiest food in the world? This is a very difficult question to answer. My taste in food keeps changing. Sometimes my favorite is a dessert, but then I change my mind and go for a spicy curry. It's great that countries have so many different dishes. Do you think your national dish is best? Nowadays we have to be careful about what we eat. Fast food is not good for us. We need to focus more on healthy food. Maybe we have to be more careful in the future. Make sure the food you eat is good for you.
Okay, and I forgot this expression, and this is a good one. Make sure. When we say make sure the food you eat is good for you, make sure. How can we translate into Spanish this expression? Make sure.
Asegúrese.
Yes, that's right. Asegúrese, make sure. Make sure the food you eat is good for you. When you are going to say asegúrese, make sure. That this is an example of an expression that maybe we are not going to find in the dictionary. So it's important to learn by heart this type of expression. Make sure, like a change of mind, as I was saying, change my mind. Like this is a typical expression, a useful expression. I change my mind. No? And this one could be in past. No, I changed my mind. Okay, so make sure, asegúrese. Make sure, asegúrese. Okay. And we are going to answer a question, this one, but I'm going to change something. Kiara, what do you think? What's the tasted food in Colombia? You are going, every one of you are going to, is going to answer. Okay. Let me, before the explanation. We have here anyone in this expression, anyone who doesn't like. And we have everyone. And we have people. Okay. Here, when we say anyone, we use does, like it was the third person. Here, when we are talking about everyone, it's two. It's also a third person. We use does, or everyone is. Okay. So anyone, third person, does, or with the verb to be, is. Everyone, third person, is. And people works with is or are. What do you say?
Are.
Is or are? What do you say? Is or are? What's the correct one?
Are.
Are, no? Because people is plural, no? Singular is person. Person is singular. Person is. And plural is people are. And here we say everyone, or we say everybody. Okay? And we try to think in Spanish, and when we say everyone, everybody, it means todo el mundo, todos, no? Todo el mundo, todos. So we think that it's plural. No. In English, everyone, everybody, or anyone, or anybody is singular. So we have to use is. Or if we are using do or does, we have to use does, no? It depends on the sentence. Are or do, okay? It's different. For example, people don't, okay? People don't like. Okay, everybody doesn't like. Everybody doesn't like. So that's the difference, no? We think in Spanish and we think, okay, everybody is plural, it's many people, but no, that's not correct. In English, anyone, anybody, everyone, everybody is singular. The plural is people, no more. Okay, so let's answer the question. Kiara, what's the tasted food in Colombia for you?
I would say it's pasta. Pasta in the case.
Is what?
Pasta.
I can't listen to you.
Pasta.
Pasta?
Yes.
Oh,
Can you hear me?
okay. So do you like pasta a lot?
Yes.
Okay. Remember that it depends on you, no? On the likes people have. Okay. Ingrid, for you, what's the tasted food in Colombia?
I I think that the bandeja paisa is the tastiest
Tastiest food.
dish in Colombia.
Okay. Do you like bandeja paisa?
Yes, I love the bandeja paisa.
And do you cook? Do you cook it?
No, I cook normally, yes, but I prefer the bandeja paisa at the restaurant.
Okay. And do you eat all the ingredients that people usually add? Bacon, morcilla,
Yes,
meat, yes, all of them.
yes. The avocado, el
Yes,
aguacate, yes.
yes.
Yes, all the ingredients.
Okay. Okay, now Santiago, for you, what's the tastiest food or the tastiest dish here in Colombia?
For me, the tastiest food in Colombia, I think that is the empanadas.
Ah, okay. Okay, maybe that's not a dish. This is a snack. Maybe we can
Yeah,
say
it's a
that
snack.
empanadas is a snack. No, it's a snack because you don't eat this empanadas in the lunch or in the dinner. This is a snack. But the dish, I don't know. What dish do you like the most?
Dish, maybe bandeja paisa.
Okay, bandeja paisa. I think that bandeja paisa is cooked all around Colombia, no? Sometimes we think that it's the traditional food in Antioquia, in Medellin, but I suppose that in all around Colombia we can find bandeja paisa because when I travel, I go to, I don't know, the Caribbean, Boyacá, Bogotá, and in the restaurants we can find the menu. We can find the bandeja paisa. That's a very traditional one. Okay, and oh my God, who wants? Gabriel, what's the tastiest food in Colombia for you? What do you think is the tastiest food in Colombia?
I think the tasted food in Colombia depend of the region. Maybe in the llanera meat,
Okay.
or maybe the fish and bananas, fish fried with bananas.
Fish and bananas?
Yes, fish, fried
Fried?
fish,
Fried fish?
fried fish with bananas. Yes, bananas, plátano.
Ah, okay, yes, because when we heard bananas, we think in the fruit. No, we think in the fruit. Okay, but fish with yes, bananas. Where is maybe in the Caribbean zone or in the Pacific zone? It's very traditional that kind of dish. No, it's traditional. Okay, but for you, Gabriel, what is the tastiest food for you? When you, for example, when you go to a restaurant, do you have many
Llanera meat.
options? What do you choose? Llanera meat?
Llanera meat, yes.
Okay. Do you eat that meat with potatoes, I suppose?
Yes, and from and roots, yuca.
Okay, yes. Okay. So remember that when we talk about likes and dislikes, it depends on each person. Sometimes there are too many people who like something, but other people don't like, no? So it depends on each one of us. And something related like the delicious food is very, very different. And finally, another question. What do you think, or if someone asks you, what is the national dish in Colombia? How do you answer that question, Kiara? What is the national dish here in Colombia? If a foreign people comes here and say, what is the national dish in Colombia? What do you answer?
I would say bandeja paisa.
Okay, Ingrid.
I would say lechona tolimense.
Okay, Santiago.
I say the same, bandeja paisa.
Bandeja paisa. And Gabriel?
Yes, the bandeja paisa.
Okay, I agree with you, Gabriel, Chiara, and Santiago. I agree with you. I think that the most traditional, the most typical dish here in Colombia is bandeja paisa. When I have to choose between bandeja paisa and lechona, I prefer lechona because I am from Ibagué, Tolima, but I think that most people or the bandeja paisa is most famous, is well known that lechona, and lechona is not prepared in all regions, in all departments, like we prepare it here in Ibagué, no? Because, for example, there have been always a question about if the lechona has rice, no? Here, it doesn't have any rice. But when other people from other departments, other cities prepare it, cook it, sometimes they add rice. Okay, guys, so that's all for today. We have finished. I'm going to stop sharing and I'm going to stop recording.